how to avoid choosing wrong men. This video is really coming from the bottom of my heart. I have seen beautiful and highly intelligent women choosing irresponsible men. For some of those women, it is a pattern. The ex before that was irresponsible. The other one after that was a deadbeat guy, and the one now, there's an issue going on. So I'm just making this video to really encourage women. If you do not know what you're doing wrong, it's like, why am I always choosing the wrong guys? Like, I really do not know. Like, what is going on here? This video is just for you. If you don't have that issue, but you have children, you have family members who are females, this is a good topic to discuss to them about. Let those girls know what to look for in a boyfriend. Let your college kids know what to look for in a relationship. Talk to your kids about this. Let's jump right into it. How do you avoid choosing the wrong man? First of all, you need to modify your wish list. What is a wish list? A wish list is a list of expectations and criteria a woman will like in a man. For instance, I want a light-skinned guy, I want a dark-skinned guy, I want him to be 6 foot tall, I want him to come from my country, I want him to speak the same language as I do, I want him to be this way, I want him to be that way, I want him to have this type of personality, I want him to do this, I want him to do that. That's what I call wish list, because if you are looking for a guy that has everything on that list, you are limiting yourself. You are limiting the plan of God for your life, because a good guy will come along, and that guy might not meet all of your expectations on that list, and you might just turn him away just because he's not what you are expecting. So please, ladies, you need to realize what your wish list is and realize what your criterias are. Please, ladies, be open and don't be too judgmental when a guy comes, especially if the guy is not what you're really looking for. Be open and see what happens next. Second, you have to know what's critical versus what's nice to have. It's nice to have a guy who is financially stable, but that's not critical. It's nice to have a guy who is wealthy. It's nice to have a guy who is rich, but that's not a critical criteria. It's nice to have a guy who drives Mercedes, Lexus, Porsche, who owns a house already, who has a business, who is doing pretty well. It's nice to have a guy like that, right? Unfortunately, that's not critical, and that's not something you need to focus on. It's nice to have those, but that's not something that's very critical to sustain a marriage. So let's talk about what's critical. It is very critical to have a guy who respects you. It is very critical to have a guy who listens to you. It is very critical to have a guy whose eyes are on you. Because some men like to look around. They have you, but yet they are interested in other women around you. And no, you want a guy who loves you for who you are. You want a guy who only has you. You also want a guy who makes you feel secure. Because in some relationships, women are in doubt. Oh, you're cheating. What are you doing talking to this person? Let me see your phone. I need to go to your Facebook profile to see what you're up to. Who is this girl? Why is she texting you? Why is she writing you? Why is she calling you? That is just stress. That is stress. Because if you're insecure about who your boyfriend is talking to, if you feel as if he's doing something with another girl, imagine if you guys get married. That's if he even wants to get married. Please know what's critical versus what's nice to have. An honest guy, it's something that's very critical. It is very critical to have a guy who is hardworking. The guy does not have to be rich, but if that guy is hardworking, that's a very good quality to have in a man. Next, stop being attracted to bad boys. So do not expect that bad boy to get into a serious relationship with you. Do not expect that bad boy to only date you. Do not expect that bad boy to even marry you and become your husband. Bad boys can be very exciting and fun, right? Let's admit. But if you want to settle down, if you are looking for a stable guy, avoid bad boys, because most likely it is not going to lead to anywhere. Beginning stages, looks matters, right? You know, it's, oh my gosh, she's so attractive, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. But once you marry that person, somehow the looks is not as hot and spicy as it used to anymore. Looks, appearance does not sustain a marriage, especially when issues come, when trials come, when challenges come. Like, you won't even care about appearance. You won't even think about, oh my gosh, he has a great personality. Oh my gosh, she is fun. You know, he is fun to be around with. He is funny. Like, when he pisses you off, like, that won't even come to you at all. So don't consider that. Also, look for a man that's not physically abusive. Some women might not even know until later on in the relationship, but if a guy is very aggressive, if a guy knocks things down when he's angry, or if a guy even curses at you, no, you should not even proceed with that relationship. If a guy disrespects you verbally, no, like, don't even pursue. Break your own heart right now. It's gonna hurt you. If to leave the guy, it's gonna hurt you. You're gonna miss him. But if you are looking for somebody to get serious with, and the guy is exhibiting those traits, you really need to really think twice, and probably you should walk away. You are worth it. Like, no man should place their hands on you, no matter how handsome he is, no matter how successful he is. A guy should not disrespect you. A guy should not curse you. A guy should not cheat on you. A guy should not treat you any kind of how, because you are special, you are beautiful, and you don't need to settle for any less. And you are a child of God. Like, don't just take any guy just because, you know. And sometimes it's okay to be single. Sometimes it's okay. You don't really have to be in a relationship right away. If you know the guy that's in front of you is not a good, you know, it's not a responsible guy. You need to date someone you see yourself with in the future, because you don't want to just waste your time, and you don't want to ruin your soul, because every man that you are involved with has a part of you. So don't just take any guy just because. You need to know what your priorities are. If you're at that stage where you're trusting God for marriage, you're trusting God to bring you the right spouse, so now you have to know what your criteria are, like I said earlier in the video. Before you continue a relationship with that guy, you need to ask yourself, is this person a potential husband? Is this relationship just for fun? Oh, we're just having fun. Is this relationship going to go somewhere? Does this relationship has the potential to be something greater than just boyfriend and girlfriend? You need to ask yourself that question. If the answer is no, then you need to think about walking away, because you don't want to waste your time. You want to invest in something, you know, you want to invest in something meaningful. You don't want to just invest in something just to have fun, because like I said, fun passes away. Once you guys get married, trust me, all the cute things you used to like about him, all the little silly things, that will fade away. Like, when hard time comes, you won't even think about that thing. So just look for the main criteria. Please share this video with your nieces, your family members, even your daughters. Tell them about what to look for in a guy. Educate them. Let them know what to expect in a partner. Tell them what's nice to have versus what's very critical. If a guy does not meet the critical things, then it might not be worth going forward with that guy. And if you're here watching me right now, and if the guy that you're with is irresponsible, or if you think he's having an affair, or you know, if you know in your heart that something is not right, women, God has given us instinct, so use your instinct and just use your judgment. If you know that he might be up to something that's no good, you really have to think about the future of that relationship, because you don't want to waste your time. You want to invest in someone that's meaningful. You want to invest in someone that's that really loves you for who you are, someone that's really worth your time. God bless you. Do not forget to like this video, check out my previous videos, like my page, share my videos, and I'll see you guys next time.